Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. Now, the content that I've got for you tonight is going to wrap your weekend up perfectly because we have got some 2A support coming out of a freshman legislator in the House from Florida. We're talking supporting Lauren Boebert, all Jim Jordan, all the pro 2A candidates, and she came out in swinging fashion, and I cannot wait to see more from her, and you need to know who she is. Everything is linked in the description box below if you want to find out more. And if you are a new or returning viewer, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and turning the notification bell on. We need as many people as we can to get into the fold so we can pass the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation. Thank you so much in advance for your consideration, and the content tonight is brought to you by SDI. Now, I know a lot of you out there like to upgrade and modify your own guns. And if you're looking to turn a hobby into a career, Sonoran Desert Institute can help. Their online programs cover everything from gunsmithing to ballistics, woodworking and finishes, shooting sports management, and more. Plus, all the tools and materials are shipped directly to your door. There's never been a better time to turn that hobby into a career, so what are you waiting for? There's a link in the description box below, and thank you so much to SDI for bringing you this content. Now, my brothers and sisters, as I mentioned in the introduction, we have got a new representative out of Florida. This is Representative Luna, and I had not heard a lot of her pro 2A stances actually in House committee until this clip, and you guys are going to like this. Send this one out and make sure we send the support where we need it, because this is the kind of stuff that is growing day after day after day. It started with 1, and now it is getting to 20, and it's going to go beyond that. Enough of this setup. Check out what she said in a House committee hearing on natural resources when a Democrat tried to flex and virtue signal on gun control in Washington, D.C. Kind of sounds familiar to Lauren Boebert, doesn't it?
During my 2022 election, I was actually threatened by a guy who had basically said that he was going to have me shot at close range proximity. That's not my only experience with firearms. When I was in high school, I was actually at a campus where there was a gang shooting. And so obviously I take firearm safety very seriously, but I also take my personal safety seriously. And I just want to clarify something. To tell members, especially members that have been threatened, female members, I don't know if you guys know this, but are likely more targeted than male members because of the fact that we're looked at as victims, right? But to tell us that we don't have the ability to defend ourselves because of for whatever happened on January 6th is wrong.
Okay, Representative Luna. Now, here's the thing that's so important about this. When you see this in Lauren Boebert, and now you're getting some more support that are coming behind Lauren Boebert from someone like Representative Luna. Now, Representative Luna is from Florida. Florida is going more red and red by the day, and also, this is not your traditional typical demographic that you would see for firearm support if you were talking from the left. The left sees it as one monolith of a demographic, essentially. It's not a true assessment at all, but this is important because you're starting to see different people from all over the United States embrace the Second Amendment, and you're starting to see it filter into the halls of Congress. That's why I'm showing you this. Lauren Boebert was the first one. In fact, she came out early on in her career. She actually had a very similar stance. Remember all that big fight with Nancy Pelosi about Lauren wanting to bring her firearm into the halls of Congress? That whole thing sounds kind of familiar here. The thing that's incredibly amazing about this is Representative Luna didn't just let the system pass and a Democrat get a little virtue signal free point. She stood up for herself, she stood up for her rights, and she even highlighted the fact that just because bad things happen doesn't mean she doesn't have her rights. That is so good, and I want to see more of it. But I got 3 clips. Let's jump to the second one because it only gets better from here.
I reserve that right to defend myself. I reserve the right to carry my firearm in whatever capacity I want to without your permission. And to bring that to this discussion when this is something that has nothing to do with natural resources is wrong. And so I know that you brought up your military training. Well, I'm also a veteran, and I believe that people have the right to defend themselves and that you don't have the authority to sit there and lecture our chairman on whatever policy that you have in perspective for whatever reason.
All right. So the reason that I put that clip in there is because that is the second clip. This was a 1.5-minute segment that she did. Okay. The reason this is so important is she has now said twice a definitive statement that is wrong, infringing upon the Second Amendment of whomever wants to carry their firearm wherever they can legally is wrong. To defend themselves is wrong. You don't have the authority. This is a direct challenge against the typical virtue signal. This is just the beginning. Like I said in the intro of this video, it started with 1, it started with 2, it went to 20 with the McCarthy speaker vote, and it's only growing. She is a freshman. This is picking up steam, and do not give up, because this is the type of stuff that's filtering into Congress. I got one more thing for you, and she lays it all on the line right here, and I can't wait to see the next clips from Representative Luna.
Representative Boebert brought up a great point. Anyone that has a concealed carry in this area has to go through training as well. And so please remove that. It's a very obviously sensitive topic for those of us that have actually been threatened and seen violence. And for you to sit there and use your military service, I don't know why you would ever do that.
All right. The reason I put that last piece in there is because she's directly addressing someone, again, who was virtue signaling around firearms from the Democratic side of the aisle in a Natural Resources Committee, which has nothing to do with anything. The reason this is so powerful is because she's directly looking at the people who said it and said, you're completely wrong. I have the rights. You don't have the authority. How dare you utilize your military service as a prerequisite for your authority when I have the exact same military experience? This is the beginning of something great, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think in the comments field below. Let me know, and I will see you tomorrow morning. I'm Braden. See you later.